What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Business Mentality, and in this following video we're going to talk about if Lyft is worth it. Now, for some of you it may not be worth it, and for others it will be definitely worth it, and these are for the people that don't have a job and are in need of money. So these things are going to be from my personal experience, and I'm going to give you guys the pros and the cons from driving for Lyft. And now I'm going to start with the pros. The pros are you can work whenever you like, at any time, in any place as well. If you have a typical job, you have to work certain hours and you have to be at that job. The second pro is going to be you can get paid the same day. Now this is called express pay for them, and they have a minimum requirement for you to get paid. I think it's going to be $50, and you can actually ask for express pay. They charge 50 cents for this. The third pro is going to be you meet new people. Now this can be fun while you're driving. The fourth pro is going to be incentive driving. They actually give you bonuses. And an example for this is going to be for 81 rides, they give you $86. So once you complete those rides, you're able to receive the $86 bonus. And the fifth pro is going to be my favorite, my all-time favorite, by the way. It's going to be receiving tips. Who doesn't like receiving tips, right? So now I'm going to state the cons. And the cons for me are very simple. The number one that everyone probably hates is the wear and tear in the vehicle. I mean, you have to pay for your repairs for your vehicle. You also have to pay for the maintenance. And you also have to pay for gas. And it can all be costly overall. I think you would pay for gas unless you have to get some type of repair that just automatically happens. So the second is going to be driving in the city. You'll experience a lot of traffic, especially in the morning and evening times, and this can be very frustrating. And then the third is you don't always encounter people that are nice or respectful, but I don't worry about them. I just ignore them, wish them the best in their life. So the next thing we're going to talk about is requirements for Lyft. The first requirement is you need a car with 4 doors or more. The second requirement is going to be you need a license and insurance. Without that, you obviously will not be able to drive. The third requirement is going to be you need to pass their background check, and if you're a criminal, good luck. Number 4 is going to be yearly car inspection. They just need to make sure your car is safe for driving overall for you and the customer as well. So tips for Lyft. These are some of the tips that I use myself. And the first tip is going to be a phone holder. So they have phone holders that are suction, and I wouldn't consider those. They work, but they fall off a lot for me. The one that I would consider going to be the magnetic phone holder. That's the first one. The second is going to be dash cam. Dash cam for personal safety, for the customer safety. Anything can happen. You need proof. Like I said, anything can happen, so you need to be safe and secure. The third one is going to be phone chargers. And I get this a lot from people. They ask for Android phone chargers, iPhone phone chargers, so this is going to be useful for them. The third is going to be a tip jar. If you have a tip jar, some people will actually leave you money, which is great. Who doesn't like money? Who doesn't love money? We all do. This helps us out. And if you have some of these things like a phone charger, sometimes they'll tip you. Sometimes they won't. It depends. What I tend to do is I actually speak to people, keep the conversation going, and most of the time they tip me when I speak to them. So, this tip jar is beneficial for sure. The fifth one is going to be fuel efficient car. Now, if you have a car that gets 10 miles a gallon, 15 miles a gallon, this is not going to be worth it. I would highly suggest maybe a car that gets 30 plus more or less. And there's other cars that are fuel efficient at its finest. For instance, the hybrids, also the electric cars. I think they'll be well worth it. Okay, and what you guys have been waiting for actually here, it's going to be earnings to expect. Now, as you can see here, I earned $431.98 in 23 hours and 22 minutes. I completed 60 rides. And you can see here exactly how I earned it. The overall earning is $347, but I got a prime time of 88 cents. Prime time is just areas where more drivers are needed, so they charge extra. And tips, as you can see, the tips, $73.98. And these tips I would consider to be because I'm very talkative and people like talkative people that don't like to just sit down. Well, some do, but hey, it is what it is. And the other one that you see in the bottom, which is canceling earnings, are going to be customers that requested ahead of time and that never showed up. So they give you a $10 canceling earn for that. So is Lyft worth it to me? I would not consider Lyft to be worth it full time. Part time, I will consider. The reason why is you wear your car off too much by driving it more than 40 hours a week, which is pretty much a typical work week for everyone. And I mean, you sit down most of the time, and it can be kind of frustrating in traffic sitting down for a prolonged time. So I wouldn't really consider it to be a good full-time job. It's just something that you can do part-time, and you can accumulate a little bit of extra cash in the side for yourself. So part-time for sure. Some people will enjoy it full-time, but for me, it's not really worth it. I'm the type of person that likes to just move around a lot, and sitting down is not for me in reality. But part-time, worth it. Now that's my personal things on Lyft. And if you're interested in signing up, use my promo code. It's going to be Mario10687. Again, Mario10687. I'm leaving it in the screen right here so you guys can check it out. And if you guys are interested in making money on the side, or just pretty much ideas of making money, follow us, subscribe to us, like our videos, comment, do all the above. And don't forget to watch the rest of our videos, and these things can help you out and give you different ideas of how to make money. So stay tuned, and thank you. You guys have a nice rest of your day.